Hello again. This is Math 2233 coming to you from the College of DuPage, and the title of this lecture is In-Game Commentary, Final Exam Scope, and Protocols. As always, please be attentive while watching this video. Many weeks ago, we started this course with the following learning objectives, and there were a lot of them. And notice that they are action verbs, so I do expect you to be able to know how to do all of these things. But to your credit, you did this and even more, because we talked a little bit about the Calculus 4 content. Not a lot, but a little bit. So anyway, you did this and more. Well done. You're to be congratulated. We also had what was called a topical outline, and again, in this, we did this and more. Well done. The more part is I talked a little bit. I gave one lecture dealing with these topics. Now the divergence and curl, though, happened up here, and so you have to know about those. But we will not include parameterized surface integrals, Stokes theorem and divergence theorem, although there are surface integrals up here for surface area. So this is a different topic, and these are covered at the College of DuPage in Math 2235. But well done. We covered everything we have to and more. That was looking back. Now looking forward, we have a final exam. It is comprehensive. We'll say more about this. So here are what I consider the numbered problems, and these will be all equally weighted. Some may have multiple parts. Please understand these will not necessarily be in this order, and you have 110 minutes to do 11 numbered problems, including the parts. So that means you have, on average, 10 minutes per problem, and they're all equally weighted. I should also note that the approach will be something that you will be tested on. Not only do I expect you to know how to do something, but when to do it. For example, I'm not going to say use Fubini's theorem to evaluate this integral. I'm not going to tell you to use Green's theorem to evaluate this integral. And so, again, the approach is something you're being tested on, not only how, but when. So let's talk about what these are. There's a problem that it's dealing with, and these are my words, unit tangent, unit normal, and unit binormal vector calculations. That's the Fresnel frame. That's important in applied math. I also ask you to compute the curl and divergence for vector fields. There will be a problem addressing Fubini's theorem, and there'll be integrals to calculate that involve spherical, cylindrical, and polar coordinates. We will touch upon surface area calculations, conservative vector fields, and along with that, finding the potential function. Green's theorem is a major topic, and so you will have an opportunity to apply that. I will ask you to find the equation of the tangent plane to a surface at a point. There'll be a problem dealing with implicit differentiation, and two optimization problems. One of them is a more general optimization problem, and one of them is constrained optimization problem, which is Lagrange multipliers. 11 numbered problems, 110 minutes, all equally weighted. So this is what the scope of the final exam is. Now, in addition to the content, which we just reviewed, it is important to talk about the context of this. First of all, it is comprehensive because that means it covers everything in the course in one way or another. Sometimes you have to do something from the first part of the course in order to execute something from the second part of the course. The final examination is mandatory. That means it is required. You do not earn a passing grade in this class without taking the final exam. So it's comprehensive and it's mandatory. Now that requires solid preparation and adherence to our schedule and protocols, but that's just the way it is. But you should know that the final exam is also important for your grade. At a minimum, it counts 1/3 of your grade, as I promised in the syllabus. But as a sweetener and a student favoring kind of initiative, since it's a comprehensive exam, I made you this promise, and I will adhere to this promise. Students will earn a course letter grade no lower than the letter grade earned on this comprehensive and mandatory final exam. If you think about that for a while, this is a very significant upside opportunity. It is student friendly. You want to finish strong and do well on this exam. That's my advice to all of you. The final exam protocols will be similar to the midterm. There will be COVID compromises that will continue. So on the answer sheet, most of these problems will have numerical answers that you type it in because formatting is awkward. So most of these will be numerical answers. It will be a proctored exam over Zoom. I don't want people just punching numbers into calculators, so I don't want any symbolic, intensive, capable calculators. That includes TIAS 84, and some students say, oh, I will just smuggle these other things in and stuff like that. I consider that not what we're testing you on. We're testing, can you really do these calculations? So you will have access to scientific calculators only, and you certainly can use Excel, but you can't surf the websites and all of that. You're really trying to figure out what do you do, and you're doing that there, and you will be being proctored. And I will tell you, I've had students who have tried to do devious things. They've gotten caught, and there are consequences. So just play this straight up. No scientific, no symbolic, integration capable calculators. You can use the scientific calculator on your worksheet, or not worksheet, but your workstation, if you want to. Okay, so these are proctored Zoom examinations, and watch for the Zoom addresses. Your proctors are going to be sending those out to you very soon if they haven't already. And very importantly, I am very keen on accommodating all students, especially during the COVID era, but I've got to know about this. I am working through some of these, but make sure that you send me an email talking about accommodations if you need them, because that will be probably my #1 thing after I finish writing these exams. So let me know, send me an email with accommodations in capitals in the subject line. Okay, another important final exam protocol. It will be a proctored exam, and it will be, the answer sheet will be password protected, and the answer sheet, which will be here, is going to be password protected, and that's what I'm grading as the primary grading instrument. So if you leave something blank on the answer sheet, that means you didn't answer it. And so make sure you do that. I will have an opportunity where you can upload your work quickly after the exam is over. Maybe I'll give you 15 minutes to do that, but I'm going to look here first and only there for potential partial credit. But make sure you're using the answer sheet. Okay, that's probably enough there. In closing, you want to finish strong. And now more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math. It will make you strong. And now more than ever, take care of yourself and of each other. We're all in this together. We've come a long way. Again, finish strong. God bless you all.